Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we'll be talking about a new true wireless earphones from Sennheiser, the Sennheiser CX True Wireless Earphones. So this has been launched in India for a price of 899, that's 9,000 rupees. It's more of a premium earphone. But how premium it is and what all features it offers, that's what we're going to talk about in this detailed review. So we have been using these earphones for few days right now, almost a week now, and we have tested in depth considering all the aspects of the earphones, the sound quality, the call quality, how the app performance is, the bass performance, the design, comfort aspect, the battery life. So we have tested everything, and here is our experience with the Sennheiser CX True Wireless Earphones. So let's get started. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So this is the box packaging of the Sennheiser CX True Wireless Earphones. You can see here the important aspects: Sennheiser's signature sound, 27 hours of battery life, and then splash resistant, that's IPX4 rating, and bass boost is mentioned here. Inside the box you get 4 pairs of ear tips, extra small, medium and large. Then you get the USB cable, then a user guide, and also you get the charging case. So we're not going to do the regular unboxing. Let's start quickly with the case, the design, and then we'll talk about the build quality. So Sennheiser has launched two earphones. One is the CX True Wireless Earphones, and then there is CX Plus True Wireless Earphones. So we have the CX True Wireless Earphones. This is priced 899. So this is the case of the CX True Wireless, and it looks good actually. We have the logo on the top. Then we have the indicator light, the LED indicator. So bottom has the mention of the model number, and then on the other side we have the USB charging port. It's a Type-C charging port. There is no wireless charging included. Now the case looks pretty good. It's a solid case, nicely built. It's a matte finish, and feels quite handy as well. You can see here, very small in size. It's easy to carry around as well. Now opening up the case, you can see the True Wireless earphones. You can see here they're pretty large in size. So we'll talk about the earphones in a while, but you can see the charging port, and the magnetic mechanism is again pretty good, very soft, and does pretty well in terms of closing and opening the lid. So that's the charging case. Now next let's talk about the earphones. So you can see here these are pretty large earphones. You can see there is an LED indicator here, right and left mentioned here, then the charging ports, the ear tips, and you can actually change the ear tips to the size you want. Now here you can see that Sennheiser logo. Then we have the microphone. There are dual microphones, so each of these earphones have 2 microphones, that's evident here. Now the size of these earphones is a bit too large, I would say, especially for people who are having smaller ears. This might be a bit of discomfort. In fact, we use for longer period. Although initial time it was not having any sort of issues, but prolonged usage we did feel a bit of fatigue in the ears because of the larger size. This you can see here, these are pretty big in size, and for people with smaller ears this might not be actually really that comfortable. You can actually change the ear tips, but this design is kind of big, that makes it slightly uncomfortable in longer usage, especially if you have smaller ears. And also these are not really the suited ones while you're jogging or running or using the treadmill. These can fall out if you do rigorous exercise. So these are not really suited for workouts because they don't have kind of fit you would expect when you are doing rigorous workouts. But again, these depend upon your ear size. So smaller ears it might not be that comfortable, but for larger ears these could be quite okay. Now build quality looks pretty good. You can see here it's a matte finish, and the logo is there, and you can see that the touch controls work pretty well. So these are the basic design aspect. Now touch controls you can actually customize it using the app. We'll talk about that in a while. So press and hold is volume up and down. Left if you press and hold, it's volume down. Right is it is volume up. Then single tap to play or pause. Then we have double tap and triple tap options are there, so we can customize that. Similarly, for when call comes, you can accept or reject calls. So those functionalities are there, and the touch controls works really well. It's very responsive. Just a slight tap, and you can actually feel the touch controls working pretty well. Now talking about the features, you get Bluetooth 5.2 support, IPX4 rating, Then you get aptX, the Qualcomm's aptX, SBC and AAC are the codec, and we have 7 mm true response transducers from Sennheiser, which is powering these earphones. Next, let's move on to the call quality. So we have been using these earphones, as I said before, to accept calls, and what we felt was the call quality is pretty good. With dual microphones, we were able to hear the calls properly, and even the other person at the other end of the call were also able to hear the voice properly. So there is no issues with voice calls. It is quite good in terms of the mics, and there is also a feature called side tone. So which we'll show you in the app. Actually, what the side tone does is, when you are using these earphones for calls, what happens is you tend to speak a bit louder because your ears are already covered. So side tone the side tone option allows you to hear your own voice, so that you don't talk loudly when you are using these earphones. So that's a good feature. You can actually control the amount of side tone you want using the app. I will talk about that in a while. Then the call quality is definitely good, and we are quite happy with whatever experience we had with this. Now next, let's talk about the audio quality. That's the more important aspect. Now the audio quality on these earphones is really superb. Actually, we have been testing these earphones, and over the past few days we have had a lot of travel happening, and we have been using these earphones over our travel, and we are quite impressed with the sound quality. Now it has well balanced sound stage, and it also has a powerful as well as rich bass experience. There is also high res audio support, so it's a well balanced one, and you would see that the bass performance is pretty good. It's a rich bass that actually stands apart from other earphones, and that's one of the important aspects about these earphones. The bass is definitely one of the highlighting aspect of these earphones. The rich bass provides a good experience, and the vocals are also pretty good and clear, with plenty of details being offered. The sound stage is definitely wide, and also provides decent separation between different frequencies and good clarity overall. So the vocals are also really well done. So there is a good sound balance between the bass, the mids, and also the vocals, and the treble is also implemented really well. So the sound signature is probably perfect for me in this price category. This is one of those earphones which we loved using for a longer period of time, especially the kind of tracks we listen. This is definitely an impressive performer in terms of sound quality. So if you are an audiophile, this should really satisfy you in terms of overall call experience, and as well as the overall audio quality. Now moving on to the battery life, you get around 9 hours of battery life on a single charge, and with the case you get additional 18 hours. So in total 27 hours is there, which is pretty good, I believe, for a TWS, and the single charge that gets you 9 hours is pretty good once again. Now, while there are a lot of things positives for these earphones, there are a couple of cons as well. One is there is no active noise cancellation. There is no ANC included at 9K pricing. There is no ANC. For ANC, you need to buy the CX Plus, which is priced almost 13,000 rupees. You get ANC. Here you get only passive noise cancellation. Now there is passive noise cancellation that works quite well, I would say, because the size of these earphones are pretty large, and hence it creates a kind of vacuum in your ears, and it does give a good passive noise cancellation. But ANC should have been there at this price segment. Now there is also no wear detection, so unlike a few other earphones in this price segment, the moment you remove the earphones from your ear, there is no wear detection, and hence the audio doesn't pause. Again, the CX Plus wireless true wireless earphones from Sennheiser has this functionality, but the base CX does not have this functionality. And the other con is probably the size of these earphones. As I said before, they're not really comfortable for all people, especially for people with smaller ears. They are not really that comfortable. So that was our experience with the CX True Wireless earphones from Sennheiser. So let's have a look at the app as well, which provides good experience. So this is the Sennheiser app. This is the Smart Connect app, and you can see here CX True Wireless, and the battery is mentioned, the connections are there. You have this equalizer option. So selecting this, you can see there is an option to change the bass, the mids, and the treble. You can change it. You can have the custom preset saved. So this is very useful. You can set your own equalizer. Then sound check is there. Sound check allows you to personalize your listening experience by guiding you to the best audio preset for your music. So you can register here and get the sound check. Then touch controls, you can customize the touch controls left and right, play or pause, previous track, voice assistant, and volume up and down. These are the options available. You can enable the touch controls. You also have the option to answer the call and reject the call. So these are the options available. Then the side tone feature, which I have been saying. So side tone can be turned off, minimum and maximum. So how you want to hear your own voice when you are in a call, you can set it here. So basically minimum or maximum side tone is preferable, because in calls, if you are using these earphones, you might have the tendency to speak louder, and hence you can reduce that with this side tone. Then in the equalizer, one additional option which I missed is there is a bass boost, and there is a podcast mode special equalizer preset for enhanced speech clarity. So if you are listening to a lot of podcasts, better to turn this on. And if you want bass boost, you can turn this on, which gives you additional rich bass. Although the bass itself is really good, you can still increase it with the bass boost functionality. So that is our experience with the Sennheiser CX True Wireless earphones. These are priced 899 and available on Amazon. So looking at the features being offered, these are really good in terms of sound experience, probably one of the better sounding earphones at this price segment, and the overall sound signature is simply superb on these earphones, especially the bass, the mids, and the treble looks really good. Now a couple of downsides, as I said before, there is no ANC and there is no wear detection supported, and this can be a bit discomfort for smaller ears. Other than that, these are really good sounding earphones for the audio quality as well as call quality, and pretty good battery life as well. And you also get the aptX, Qualcomm's aptX, along with SBC and AAC. So these are priced 899 and available on Amazon. So we'll share the link in the description of this video. You can buy it from the Amazon website. So that's it for this video. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.